Plow and Pantry people, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a soup recipe and I'm trying something new to me. Last year I came across this idea that was all over the internet, so you've probably seen it too, and I took a screenshot of a Facebook page, and it was one of those ideas where you just take stuff from your garden like the tomatoes, the onion, the stuff, you put it in a roasting pan, you roast it, and you puree it into soup, add a little cream. And I wanted to try it. I do love my own tomato basil soup, but I still wanted to try this, and I feel like I still have all this stuff in the garden, and is a good, I'm calling it end of summer soup because you can use the odds and ends of what you have. And what really drew me to it was that I could use large and small tomatoes. I'm always looking for ways to use up those cherry tomatoes because they are so prolific. Even this year, it's been a rough tomato year, but I still have more cherry tomatoes than anything. And I like that I can use different types of tomatoes. I feel like it gives good flavor. And I'm doing this, I am gonna make a couple changes to this. So it says, roasted tomatoes and pepper soup. Roast tomatoes, garlic, onion, pepper, basil, salt, and pepper. Once done, puree and add a small amount of cream and enjoy. And I'm gonna do a couple things different just from my experience cooking. The first thing is I noticed a whole head of garlic in here, which I feel like is a little bit off for the amount of food in here. It depends on what you're gonna put in here. But as far as roasting goes, when I roast a whole head of garlic, it takes 45 minutes to an hour. And I put it in foil, it kind of steams in there, that's how it gets all soft and yummy. And I feel like all the tomatoes and onions are gonna be done well ahead of the garlic, and I don't want it to be too hard. So I'm gonna swap that out for just some garlic cloves. The other thing is I see fresh basil in here, and what is tomato soup without basil, right? But I feel like if I roast all this stuff long enough for it to kind of melt down and get that roasty, good, exceptional flavor that happens when you roast vegetables, the basil might burn. I'm not sure about that, and I don't want to risk it and then have it like burn flavor, spoil everything else. So what I'm gonna do is put the basil in fresh at the end when I blitz it. I like the fresh basil has more of a powerful punch anyways, and I like that flavor, so I'm just gonna put that in at the end. So there are no other directions on here. I'm gonna, I think, put my oven on 400. That's about how I roast my vegetables. It does not really matter. There is too high and there is too low unless you want to take it like for hours and hours. So I'm just gonna do 400. It'll probably take around 30 minutes for these to roast. We'll take a colander out to the garden and see what's out there for us today, and then we'll get started on this soup. I haven't had great luck with the red tomatoes this year. It's been a rough year, but I see some back there I might snag. I've got some orange ones that are ripe, and I think I'll just pull basil from here. I did some interplanting this year and that worked out well. And I've got some onions down here. They were a late planting as well. And then we'll head over for peppers. Okay, here's what I ended up with. I probably won't use all these peppers. I wanted at least one of my favorite red ones. And then we have this orange one, a couple bigger orange ones I'll probably just keep in here. This split, but I might still wash it. We'll see what it looks like when I cut it open. This one's still full. I've got some orange ones down here, some small ones, and 2 very small onions. Let me get these washed up in the pan. Oil my pan with olive oil. There's nothing in here about that, but it's needed. Might actually drizzle with balsamic vinegar. Maybe I'll put that over the top of the soup. We'll see. But I want to be able to toss the veggies in oil for the roasting. Let's see. Chicken tub. It's a fresh one. Some of these veggies I picked out of my garden have a bit of damage on them, either from bugs or sun, and so it's a good way to just use when you only want half the, if I want to use half the pepper, I can. Here's what I ended up with. I have several tomatoes or chunks of tomatoes, several peppers, some onions, some garlic. I've got the oil on the bottom. I'm gonna sprinkle salt and pepper, and I'm gonna kind of toss this because I want that oil coating things. It's just how I like to do it. And then I'll get this in the oven. I like skin sides up on my peppers when I'm roasting them. Get it in the oven and roast it. While I was out picking veggies, the oven got up to temperature. I'm gonna start with 20 minutes and then check on it. Okay, just to show you progress, it was not very soft after 20 minutes, so I did 5 more, so it's been 25 minutes now. It is releasing a lot of liquid, which is good. I was not sure how much liquid we were gonna do. Tomatoes are getting soft. The peppers are still not that soft, even the small ones, so, and the onions either. So I'm going to put it back in for another like 8 minutes. Some of this skin will get charred, and I'm actually totally okay with that. I don't mind that flavor, and then we will see where we stand there. All right, this looks and feels pretty good to me. We're a lot softer there. Not as soft as the tomatoes, obviously, but still. I think this stuff will pretty much blend up nicely. Maybe have some small chunks, which I kind of like a chunky soup. So let's get it in the blender and see what it tastes like and add the basil to it. Okay, so I would say that this is pretty darn good. I would maybe up my ratio next time of tomatoes versus peppers. I had a lot of peppers in here. That's on me, but it is really good. I would say that I still like my personal recipe for tomato basil soup. I don't know if I've done a video on that. If I have, I will link it. It is in my cookbook though. I really like that. This is really good though, and mine takes, it's like a winter afternoon. It simmers on the stove low and slow for a while. It takes almost an hour to make. This is more of a use up your summer produce, and it's almost a set it and forget it, not totally, but it's like you get the vegetables in the thing, blitz them up, adjust the seasonings, that's all. So it's a little simpler, which is delicious for being simple. I would totally make this again. It is really good. I will say that. It is really good. It's really good. I'm glad I made it. It does not have a recipe because like I said, I printed it off of Facebook. I've shown you the picture of what I had. There were no measurements or anything. It's kind of like a use what you have on hand. I would just give the advice to keep the ratio of tomato more than pepper. And I think that I did well using the garlic cloves instead of the head and putting the basil in the end. I like that flavor. Now I want a grilled cheese sandwich. Anyways, thank you for joining me today for this end of summer soup. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, consider subscribing. If you are interested in more soup recipes, I do have a September playlist that I will link for you with recipes for soup that I've been making over years now. So I hope you have a splendid rest of your day.